Had a conversation a few days ago with someone, and it was about the things that's going on most in America, mostly. And their response was, "Can't you just ignore racism? You can't ignore something that grabs you, holds you down, and beats you. Racism holds you back. To know that no matter how hard you try, someone will always be there first. To know that no matter how hard you study and learn, someone will always be chosen first. Racism holds you down. To understand that even when you try your best, it's always second best. To understand that you will always have a much lower chance of a successful future. Racism keeps you secluded. I mean, you know why there's certain specific dating websites for certain ethnic groups. You understand why there's certain television channels for certain ethnic groups. Racism picks you out of the crowd. That's why it's always such a big deal when a person of color does something for the first time. And that's why you don't hear it's the first white man or white woman. In that case, it's the first man or woman. And then it's the first person of color, man or woman, to do it after. That's why it's always such a big deal when places of ethnic groups get shot up in the news. You don't hear an all-white church gets shot up. You hear their religious affiliation, they got shot up. That's why you don't hear a straight club got shot up. And I know this video has to do with race, but it's still in there. You don't hear a straight club. Is also why you don't hear a lower class white neighborhood has problems. Racism is self-hate. When you hear a certain news story, you assume it's a certain race, and you're surprised when it's not. When you figure that a person of color would do X, Y, and Z because of a perpetuating stereotype. One that I see often is when you feel because the person is the same ethnic background as you, you're supposed to look out for each other. That's racism. Racism isn't just about a person of color getting harassed. Racism is the assumption of a person because of their color due to a stereotype that we were all raised with. When we assume, anticipate a certain reaction from a person of color, good or bad, you can't ignore something that's in your face every day that intercepts everything you do. And at this point in the conversation, the person says, I know you feel this way because it seems in the media that cops are harassing more black people than any other race. That I haven't been harassed yet, so I must be doing something right. And I said to them, when did I talk about cops? See you next time.